Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Jaya Visheshaya Shudravadi Pashad Deshakarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So the question may come, why do we need tapasya? Many times in the modern day world, things like renunciation and tapasya does not exist. In fact, Prabhupada says, one of the main things parents should teach the children is to do tapasya. Today it is completely lacking. You look, any child is a backward child. He doesn't have any ability for tapasya. In fact, pampering is there till 5 years. But the sad part is because families are nuclear and there are hardly any children, between 5 to 15 years the pampering goes on. Which is very unfortunate because after 15 years, the child is difficult to be trained. Any person, just like Chanakya gives an example, he says the tree is there, but in the beginning stages, it is very easy to bend it. We see so many trees also, just for sunshine, they bend naturally. Or sometimes gardeners also may bend it for some reason. But later stage, once it has become firm wood, it is very difficult to bend. So this capacity for tapasya and austerity is easily trained in the early age. And Prabhupada says, once the mind is corrupted, it is very difficult to again fix it. It's not that it is not impossible because Krishna consciousness is very powerful. But if somebody has, just like Prabhupada himself says, I don't even know what are these four regulative principles. They were never broken in my whole personal life. We don't even, scent was not existing. He is a pure devotee and acharya. But as an example, he is telling, this is how we live. And in fact, in India, people were pure. They may not be very religiously inclined some years ago, but still people are very pure. They used to get a very early morning. They will have in every place, in every village, there is Harikatha center. Morning and evening people go there. So they may not be pure devotees, but people were religiously inclined. Correct? And Prabhupada case is different. He is a Nityasiddha. He is born in that atmosphere. He is just giving an example how people used to live. Not only in India, even other parts of the world. They may not have so much information about Krishna consciousness. But whatever basic level they have, but people lived a pure life, very regulated life. This tapasya was trained into the system so much before. The brahmacharis used to be in the Gurukul, and 5 years of age, they left the home. Today, parents cannot leave the children whole life. Sometimes parents, even after so many years of Krishna, Beta, you can come home, no nothing to do, sit down. They don't understand. Previously, 5 years of age, even a king's son, prince has to leave home, over. And he has gone to the Guru. And the Guru will assess him and train him. And if you see, this person has, right from 5 years, his psychophysical nature is being studied. In fact, even today, the psychiatrists have something called, they say, IQ. And they agree, IQ does not change. IQ is the comparison between the mental age and physical age. Some people are ahead. So somebody is very brilliant. Oh, this person I can train as a Brahmana. Somebody is less intelligent, okay, as a Kshatriya. Still less intelligent, I can treat him like a Vaishya. He is so dull, only Shudra. Apart from that, they will see his psychic tendencies, whether he has sattvic nature, he has rajasic nature. And both the things combined, he'll make a decision. What he is. Just like today, what happens is that people go into a different profession after their college, but they cry, so they're not happy. Why they're not happy? Because their tendencies don't match the profession. Only thing today, what we see, people just attracted, I get a good package there, good money there, but that may not be the kind of nature I have. I may not be quite eager for such kind of job. Some people want knowledge, some people want power, some people want money, some people want to sleep. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra respectively. They need respective training. So one of the most important elements of the training is tapasya. To voluntarily, tapasya is what? Not forced. Voluntarily. Just like a doctor in a hospital says for 1 week he should not be given any food, only liquid diet. Now that is forced. That is not tapasya. Tapasya means voluntarily I am accepting some difficulty which will help me advance in consciousness. Now here we see the kind of tapasya is being accepted at Prachetas, and they were very pure. And their father said, you have to rule the world, please go do some austerities, come back. Father is very eager to go further tapasya, that is vanaprastha for Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas don't have sannyas, they have vanaprastha. So father wants to go for tapasya, and he sends the children first to get ready to do. And they have gone, and the Lord Shiva sees them, oh so pure, so nice. He himself comes eager to instruct them. They are so grateful. And Lord Shiva instructs them how to pray to Lord Vishnu, what are the prayers to be performed, how to meditate upon him. In a gist, he gives them the whole philosophy of Krishna consciousness, and is here with all submission. So Guru is ready, but provided we are ready, he is ready to instruct us. So Krishna and Acharyas, the guidance is ready how to become perfect, provided we are eager student. And then we have to seek a place from where to receive guidance. It requires some qualification also to be guided in spiritual life. Just like Prahlad Maharaj says, Matirina Krishne Parato Sato Va Mitho Abhipadet Grahavartana. My dear father, by your own desire or effort, by your own effort or effort of others or a combined effort, Parata, Swata and Mitho. Mitho means combined effort. You will not become Krishna conscious. Why? Adanta Govi Vishatam Tamishram. Because your senses are not controlled. Prabhupada says if the senses are not controlled, you cannot capture Krishna in the heart. It is very difficult. We are supposed to hold and think about Krishna, pray to Krishna, serve Krishna. It will not be possible if the mind and senses have gone out of control. Therefore, in Krishna consciousness, even though controlling the mind and senses is material, mind is material, senses is material, but still regulation is advised because Krishna cannot be seated in a disturbed mind. Suppose the place is dirty, you cannot invite Lord to come. So similarly, the mind has to be pure for Lord to come and reveal His presence. Lord is already there in the heart of every living entity, but He will reveal His presence. So this tapasya is a special prerogative of human form of life. We cannot see animals doing tapasya. A dog cannot think, oh, bone is there, I will not go. A dog cannot think, I will not bark now. It is not possible. Tapasya is for human beings. And you see the amount of tapasya they are doing. There is Satyuga, this is, I explained previously, death is needed more and more when people become more irreligious. Because death becomes the impetus for them to detach from this material life. Previously, this was not needed much because people are already serious. Just like an examination. An examination is needed more and more when students become irregulated. When students are sincere, we don't need it so much. Okay? We don't need it at all. Therefore, Vaikuntha, there is no death on it. But in the material world, death becomes more and more as people become irregulated. Other way to look at it. Satyuga, people live for 1 lakh years. Practically all Paramahamsas. Life is unimaginable even today. And therefore, in Satyuga, we know that these Prachetas, they underwent austerity, what Shiva told them, the tapasya, for 10,000 years. They were in meditation, reciting the prayers given by Lord Shiva. How much time? For 10,000 years. We cannot even imagine that. We cannot for one day say, I will sit down whole day and chant Hare Krishna like Haridas Thakur did. One day we cannot do. And this is not for one day today, for 10,000 years. What did the tapasya do? Why did they need tapasya to become a great king? Yes, king also requires qualification. He has to be qualified. He has to be pure to rule. Supreme purity belongs to the Brahmana, but Kshatriya also has to be pure. Kshatriya cannot have a single trace of Tamoguna in his system, which is also, say, in Kali Yuga, even that is extraordinary. And these people, not even Rajoguna, they were actually saints, all these people. But they played the role of the king in the society, that is called Raja Rishis. It's not that they are in mode of passion, they were even in Sattva or even more than that. Praying to the Lord means they will reach Shuddha Sattva. But they play a role in the society of the king. Generally, if somebody wants to be, is passionate by nature, administrator is the best job for him. But a person of the higher mode can always do that. And person of low mode cannot do that. He'll mess it up. Correct? It's like in some job, if the qualification is graduation, if you're postgraduate, that doesn't matter. You already have the qualification, you can always do that job. The same way the Prachetas actually are getting trained into very advanced consciousness because they're directly taking shelter of the Lord, that is Lord Vishnu, Vaishnavas. Vaishnava is higher than a Brahmana and a Kshatriya, everybody. He is a guru of the whole society. Brahmana may be guru for other sections, but Vaishnava is a guru for all the society. Brahmana has a realization he is not body, the spirit, soul, and maybe he is a neophyte Vaishnava. But when we are talking about Vaishnava, the Pachitas are becoming, that is topmost. So automatically they have. There was once in a morning walk, devotees went to Prabhupada and they asked this question. Prabhupada, people say your austerities are too much. Prabhupada said, what? I have given too much austerity. They say you have to get up early in the morning. Prabhupada said, that is early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, wise. Why you say that is any difficult? Now Prabhupada, they say all these regulative principles. Actually, devotees were so free with Prabhupada. They feel them, in the sense they had like a fatherly affection for Prabhupada. So much. Like a son they were relating to him. Always you see, Prabhupada, they say like that. They had a lot of affection, relationship with love, great affection. In fact, when Prabhupada used to come, they used to cry with affection. Genuinely they used to cry with affection. They used to go again, they used to feel so much separation from Prabhupada. They used to write letters feeling so much separation from him. There was genuine love and a voluntary serving Prabhupada out of love. Therefore, they could do unimaginable things which happened in the movement, and movement became a worldwide movement. Correct? There was a voluntary exercise of love. Even to this day, so many devotees, even though they may not be full-time part of the movement, they still remember Prabhupada with great love. And that is how Prabhupada ran this movement, not by artificial bureaucracy, by love. That is how love and gratitude. On his side, he gave love, and whatever devotee did, Prabhupada gave them gratitude. That actually is what is the Vaikuntha atmosphere which Prabhupada gave. So they asked Prabhupada, so Prabhupada, they say that what four regulative principles they give. Prabhupada said, what is that? That is for your healthy life again. These regulative principles you break, you are breaking your health, you are spoiling your health, both physical and mental health. Correct? So actually, if you see, it's a very civilized form of living what Prabhupada has given. But in Kali Yuga, this itself looks like adventure. How I can do? That's Kali Yuga. That's Kali Yuga. So it is difficult. But otherwise, this serves as an impetus for us. Look at their austerities of this project. Look at it. For 10,000 years, chanting. We read the last chapter for the prayers, song sung by Lord Shiva. Just like Bhagavad Gita, the song of Krishna. So here is song of Lord Shiva in glories of Krishna. So sing Krishna. Lord Shiva sings a song glorifying his Lord. And Prachetas are hearing that with submission. They didn't say notes. Pure in the mind. Mind is so pure. Today, somebody says, wait. Notes, stop it. Students ask in the college, sir, notes, you give notes. And in the class also, when you are teaching, you have to teach slowly. Students are making notes, correct? That practically many teachers just dictating notes only. But no, and they check also, give the book and they check whether they are making notes, correct? There, Lord Shiva spoke with open heart and they were hearing with pure heart. Every word is absorbed. And not only that, they have to repeat the prayer. Verbatim. Look at the purity of mind. Verbatim. Shukdev Goswami heard from his father Bhagavatam. Verbatim he repeated to Suta Goswami. Suta Goswami heard it and he repeated. You may not And sometimes he may not use the exact words, but the message is the same. Correct? Not the Sudha Goswami, but sometimes he is quoting. Yes, this is what Prahlad Maharaj prayed to Narasimha Deva, 3 chapters now. Here, word by word. How powerful was their mind. And today they are saying we are advancing. Prabhupada laughs. What is their advancement? You cannot match them spiritually anyway. You cannot match them mentally anyway. Spiritually, there are people who are very advanced previously. So eager to hear about Krishna consciousness, everybody. Correct? And then mentally they were very pure. So pure, there was no need of writing the Vedic knowledge before. People used to go to the temple. There the book used to be there enough. In the leaf it will be written. And the priests, they will read, they will hear with open heart, remember every word. That's why it's called Shruti. Before the Vedavyasa writing, even writing was not there. There was no need to write. So pure. Later writing started and most of the people need not have a copy because they hear there. And still after that, now you know this thing. So ask somebody, even somebody's mobile number he doesn't remember. He has to search. He tells somebody he has 26 into 82, no? Calculator he has to search. Memory is gone now, completely gone. Kaliga people may hide their lack of memory in so many ways, but it was not needed before. It is not needed. So people are so pure actually. And Prabhupada jokes, you say materially you are rich. That is also not true. You see Nanda Maharaj how rich he was. You hear the description, even of the whole village, when they were coming to greet Krishna after Krishna was born. Everybody is coming with gold, diamond, jewelry. So rich. People are very rich actually. Today, Prabhupada says, they say themselves rich, but what they have for rich is not tinka, that's all. People do not even have money to buy jewelry. They say one of the ways to satisfy the wife is husband should give a lot of jewelry and gold. You know, a woman's nature is to decorate her. So that's the nature, designed by nature. But today Prabhupada says husbands cannot even do that. They give to their wife plastic bangles. And they don't have. Previously we see the kings in Bhagavatam, they're eating on golden plates, silver plates. Today who can afford to do that? And after eating, the kings used to throw the plate. They're not used to eat on the same plate again. Throw. And people could take it if they want. So rich. Why? Because nature was cooperating. Number one reason is nature was cooperating. Today people are atheistic. Nature is not cooperating. Nature is not cooperating. They think it is happening accidentally. Gold mines are found accidentally. Nothing happens accidentally. It looks accidental. Sabhav ki. It looks as if it is happening naturally. Just like the rain. They say accidentally this year is less rain. So no. Nothing happens accidentally. Everything is controlled. So nature is controlled by Devatas or further controlled by the Lord. Everything is under control of the Lord. And people become atheistic. Natural resources are reduced. Therefore, there is shortage of food. That today, Dhritarashtra had 100 sons. Who can produce 100 sons today? Nobody used to have less than half a dozen children in the Vedic time. Nobody. Because 6 is, Prabhupada says any woman actually needs at least 6 children to be happy. That's her nature. And Prabhupada says minimum 6 they want. At least half a dozen. Today they are actually going against their nature. You see, they are so happy that there is a child at home. Correct? But there are ladies at one they want to stop. And then they are worried. The government will say now Swamiji's, they have this. Government gives incentive for removing uterus. They have incentive. Government recently a scam came when they were artificially, unnaturally doing it. But there is so much huge funding of government for different means to reduce the population. Prabhupada said it's an energy invested in the wrong direction. The joke is the Lord can maintain unlimited elephants. Why he cannot maintain unlimited human beings? He can maintain. That is not shortage. Shortage is of Krishna consciousness. If a man becomes Krishna conscious, he will not be greedy. If a man is not greedy, even Gandhi said this statement, there is enough for everybody's need, but not greed. So there is enough. 10 times more population can be fed around the world. But there is a different calculation. We can show. What is the shortage today is Krishna consciousness. They are trying to do all this patchwork, overpopulation. This is a wasting of time. Shortage of resources. Make people Krishna conscious. Even Prabhupada says your industrial enterprises, whatever Ugra Karma, Krishna can supply for everything. There's no difficulty actually for Krishna. He is the supplier. There is no difficulty. So, our focus should be to evolve into beautiful consciousness, and for that, tapasya is needed. And this is where individuals should work. How to advance in Krishna consciousness. How to more and more fix the mind on the Lord. By nature, by default, the mind runs for sense gratification. How to bring it more and more in Krishna's lotus foot. And devotees in the temple should serve as an example for that. Not only we keep saying theory, personally we should be a good example where we more and more fix our mind on Krishna. And then we speak to the society. Yes, definitely people will be eager to listen. And all the problems in the world will be solved. Srila Prabhupada ki Srimad Bhagavatam